little chitterlings.
Oh, that's old. They're no longer. They're 23, 18, and 15 now. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. I'm a little bit older than I look because yeah, we don't crack. It's all
Black don't Kriznack.
good.
I'm good with that. Hold on,
Good.
let me make sure I get this stuff. Microphone, speaker. So you want to get into this real estate mess.
I'm trying to jump in head first and just make sure I don't drown.
That's good. People that jump in do the best.
Okay, well, good. Thank you.
I'm trying to get your questionnaire up. Golly, stupid thing. So come on in. It's good to see you. So you want to buy from wholesalers, Jennifer. This is your time to kind of crank it out and let's get an action plan put together for you. Is that okay?
Yeah. So I've spent some time, a lot of time just reading, spending time on YouTube. There's a lot of great content out there. I actually before had paid for a course to kind of just get started, trying to figure out what I want to do. So I like talking to people, but I don't like dealing with a whole bunch of people's issues, right? Like I'm more of a let's get it together, let's get it done and let's move on. So I realized I really didn't want to be a wholesaler. I like getting deals. I don't like searching for the deals and working through them. So then I also spent some time trying to figure out sub two. Um, and I'm realizing I do like helping people, but a lot of people don't know what they've really gotten into, like the messes they've gotten into. And sometimes I had some difficulty explaining how I was actually helping them because they didn't really understand even what they had or what mess they were in. So I'm trying to figure out a way to scale, and I would like to buy from wholesalers to expand our portfolio, but I just need to figure out what my options are. Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling now?
I'm just listening.
Okay, all right. So that's kind of where I am in my
Now,
short journey.
wholesaling is nothing but a rat race, unless you got all, these dudes got these businesses with all these employees. Don't get fooled by these dudes. These dudes, they're stressed.
Okay.
I know them. We hang out, I'm like, I would rather do less deals with less stress. More deals. They got a manager. They got a manager. The manager. They got a
Yeah.
processor. It's cool to do that stuff. And I'm not saying you can't do that. So it sounds like to me you're at a point now. I'm looking here. You
Mhm,
you had two properties. You sold them.
mhm.
You're looking to buy and hold. So you want to fix and flip. Where are you at regarding what strategy you want to do?
Yeah, so I wanna buy and hold. We wanna just increase our portfolio. We wanna basically put it in our trust and give it to our kids. The reason we had 2 properties in Maryland is we were accidental landlords, and so I
What does
recognize
that mean?
that means that we moved out and couldn't figure out how to get somebody to buy it.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
Yeah, so
accidental
then
landlords. Good Lord.
and we figured out from Virginia how to manage those properties. So, we realized it wasn't that hard. I mean, I wasn't gonna fix the toilet, so I'm gonna call somebody to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're here, we wanna increase, but I don't want to flip. I like remodeling, but I don't wanna flip. I wanna be able to buy something, reno it, and then hold it.
I fix up and hold.
Mhm.
Good for you. So your long-term strategy. Well, I'm talking. I see everybody. I haven't met not one person that doesn't want a bunch of rental properties. So you got duplexes, long-term apartment buildings.
I want one of everything. Sorry.
I haven't met anybody that says I don't want a lot of real estate. Everybody wants a lot of real estate. So it looks like to me we possibly need to just focus on leads. Because okay, so
Okay.
you understand ARV and all that stuff. What says you need a little help with that?
So I understand it, but I'm not very good at it. When I say I'm not very good at it, it means that I can't quickly walk through a house, figure out boom, boom, boom. This is the stuff that's really wrong with it. This stuff is just cosmetic. Figuring out, okay, let me look at the comps in the area. Because I mean, I don't have any apps. I haven't paid for any subscriptions to figure it out. And then
Mhm.
say, okay, yeah, this is really a good deal. And this one, if you get into it. But
I'm listening.
yeah.
So the comps, all that is Do you have prop stream already?
So I have it up, but I haven't like paid for it so that I
Okay,
actually
cool.
have a subscription because
That's
I didn't
cool.
want to just buy a bunch of stuff and then not sure what I needed and what I didn't need.
Welcome to real estate. You gotta. I mean, you just gotta have everything, man. It's just
Okay, well, I'll
because it's
try to figure
challenging to
it
get
out.
realtors to send you the stuff because they're out trying to make money, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta have prop stream, yo. I mean,
Okay.
you're just gonna have to have it eventually. I mean, I think it's 99. We have a link over there. You can get it. It's $97. They pay us a small referral fee.
Okay.
But that is where you got to start regarding calculating the ARV. Are you going out looking at stuff, or tell me about the how long you been here?
We've been here for what, 12, 13 years?
Okay, so you know the area already.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Williamsburg, I mean, it's a great area, but I don't know about rental. I mean, so
Williamsburg is
much.
hard. The price point is pretty high. It took us a long
Yeah.
time. So we have a local realtor here who does like the peninsula or this area up towards Richmond.
Okay.
Um, Probably 7 or 8 offers in, early morning visits, late night visits, just to try to get offers in before we got our first one. So I got it, and it rented in 30 minutes.
Okay. You talking about you bought or you rented in sub?
Oh, I no, no, no. I bought it
Okay.
and then rented it out for the year in 30 minutes.
Good for you. So you rented. What are you doing traditional rentals, Jennifer?
Because I
Lord
had to
have
spend as much
mercy.
time online to read about all the other ways to finance for hello, that's why I'm here. That's why
All
I'm
right, I ain't gonna.
okay, thank you. Work with me. All right.
I won't give you a hard time. Traditional rentals. Oh my lord. I just hung out with a guy who does traditional rentals. That's their thing. You know, everybody's different though. You might like it.
Well, I
You might
mean,
like it.
it's all good so far, right?
Yeah, cool. So they're paying. All right, good.
Yes. Oh no, no, they paid.
They pay
I
for the
mean,
whole year.
took it event.
All right. That's cool. That is good.
So now I'm
Was
looking.
that recently?
Yeah, like in December.
All right, cool.
So now I'm out looking for my next one.
hmm It sounds like we just got to get you in touch with my geek squad to
Okay.
get leads because I don't like you going out with realtors. I mean, no disrespect to the realtor homies watching. I'm
Yeah.
like,
It,
it's just a losing battle, man. I mean, you're looking around, making offers. No doubt you overpaid for what the house is worth.
yeah. Well, I think. I mean, well, actually, I think it appraised for less than our offer was, and then I think the issue was, yeah,
It
like we
appraised.
offered here, and then it appraised here, and then they got into some marital problems, got divorced, and they took whatever we offered, and it was good.
Okay, so yeah, so you bought it below then after that.
Yeah. So, but that was like a one-off case. I know it's just not like I can replicate it. So I just need to figure out a way that I can replicate it without putting 20% down on every single house in the Tidewater area.
Gotcha. So that's where we're at with sub two.
Yeah.
All right, now we're getting on the same. Well, I'm getting on your wavelength. I want to do what you want.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're welcome. So let me do this. I'm just gonna email while we're talking so I can get this.
Okay.
You need to get in touch. Not need to. I'm gonna send you my geek squad because we run most of our leads from the internet,
Okay.
and that way you could decide which leads work for you. It sounds like we got a leads issue. Is that where we're at?
I think so because what am I honestly doing now? I'm working with my realtors and I'm looking on okay, don't laugh when I say it. Okay,
I'm
I'm
not.
looking at Zillow and
Yeah,
then I'm okay.
Zillow's good. A lot of landlords on there. I would say a lot of less savvy landlords are right on Zillow.
Why you had to say less savvy? Like you just put me in that bucket all of a sudden.
Oh no, I'm talking about landlords that are renting that. They're just put it out there and then you can
Oh,
go and buy. I'm talking
okay.
about people that are listing their houses on Zillow,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yes.
Is that where you at?
I'm there and Redfin. At least I knew about Redfin.
Yeah, man. Yep, good, good. So you can reach out. Those are landlords that are, I mean, those that just ordinary people. They're like Zillow. I'll put it up there, and then you can go and approach them. It's gonna take a lot of numbers to do that, but it will work. It will work.
All right. Well, I need some other shortcuts then.
Well, here's the thing for me is like Jennifer, I'm just like really lazy. So I don't necessarily that does work. So I would hire somebody to call them out, but
Okay.
sorry.
All right.
I prefer to have leads coming in,
Mm-hmm.
right? So is why we the internet to get leads coming in. It's just not cheap. It just costs a lot. For some reason, Tidewater area is like one of the highest areas regarding leads online.
Okay.
All right, so you can do Facebook retargeting. I'm finding that works. That works very well. So get my pen. I'm gonna email you some stuff after this so you can get in touch with Brian.
Okay.
He's the geek. Do you have a website for people? Say if I want to sell my house, are you online at all, or you're more or less offline at this time?
You mean online in the real estate world? Like, do I have a website that says I buy houses?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's cool. Well, that's why you're here.
Okay.
So at the beginning of your, let's just say, right now you're doing realtor stuff, going out looking at stuff, making offers like that.
Yes.
All right. So we got to focus on. Well, let me ask you, how do you not mind that?
So I don't mind that, but I know that that's not something that's scalable. Like,
Gotcha.
I know I'm paying top dollar, but I'm paying top dollar for some convenience. And I know there's probably an entire market that I could access. And so I would probably do everything at the same time to try to
Gotcha.
get and just like you said, the most leads, the most options in order for us to build.
Well, at least you're taking the first step, getting educated, man. I cannot be mad at you for that. So, what cities do you want? Do you know, or you don't care?
Um, you mean like in this state or like
In Hampton Roads.
so I like Norfolk, um, Portsmouth, Chesapeake, I'm not as familiar with. Virginia Beach, I feel like that's pretty expensive. I'm not sure. Okay, let me just any limiting beliefs. Sure. All cities wherever there's a good deal that I could probably rent out or do a short-term rental or a midterm rent. I should be
Gotcha.
open.
All right, so we say all the Tidewater.
Mhm.
You will have to get a website. I'm gonna send you my people to do that, and I mean, there's more than enough leads to go around. When people go search online, they're gonna click on one. You'll get one. Somebody else will get the next one. No one can buy them all. No
Okay.
one can buy them all. So it's not like it's no big deal.
Okay.
So leads is for you. All right, now your main thing is cash flow regarding income or wealth building.
Wealth
Where are
building.
you at here?
Wealth building.
Okay, cool. So you're good with your income. Everything's solid there.
I can pay my bills. Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
And you only eat really once a day. I mean, you don't have to eat multiple
Me
meals.
neither. You're right. I don't need much. So I'm happy to say that I want you to know that, Jennifer, you're ahead of the ball, okay? You're ahead of the
Okay.
game. All right. So I don't want, we all are so critical on ourselves. Like, I can do more. I can do more. Dude, you went out there. I want to pat you on the back, okay? Y'all give her a thumbs up. You went out there. You made offers. How many offers did you make before you got that one?
Oh, at least 7 for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got lucky. We've making 20, 30 offers to get one.
Mhm.
So I want to pat you on the back. What you did was no small feat. And I want you to think, I don't know if anybody's told you this, but you did a lot. You sacrificed your time, energy, and effort, and you took your money. You made a down payment, no doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah, you made time to get educated, and you went out there. You screened that tenant. You found the tenant. Now you're managing the tenant. No, as well, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Jennifer, you're doing a lot.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'm telling you, man. I've been there. That first one's not easy to do. So I just wanted to say that. I don't want you to beat yourself up too bad.
Thank you.
ARV, you got to get prop stream. You got to do that. And tell me about how you're interested in deploying hard money in your business because you can't necessarily do hard money with long-term holds.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to refinance them, right?
Hmm.
Because it's just the interest rate is gonna be just too high.
It is. So
Yeah.
you're thinking, go ahead, I'll let you go.
So I guess part of my issue is I'm familiar, which means I've read about it or watched YouTubes about like seller financing and sub two, because that
Hmm.
could be a way for me to get in with less out of pocket without having to use hard money. Could I get private money? Probably. I have friends and family that probably could do it. Um,
Hmm.
I just don't feel that. I mean, do I have like lines of credit? Yeah, I have those, and I could use those to deploy also. I just don't think conventional mortgages one after another, that's just not going to work. And then you can get a max of like 10 or something too between my husband and myself. We'll usually work together, but even if we separated the two,
Hmm.
I just that won't work for what we're trying to build.
Yeah, you're trying to build your empire. That's cool.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work for me. So it's not like you're in it. I mean, we're in the same boat. So if you don't want to do that, if that means the hard money strategy, you are familiar with what hard money is, how it works a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll give you what my impression and then you correct me if I was wrong.
Okay.
So, yeah, typically hard money is like a company that's able to lend you and it's asset based versus based upon my income or my debt. So
Yep.
they're looking at the property to see whether or not it's a good risk for them. And so they have other investors who kind of give them a pot of money to invest. And they charge you interest rate that's probably higher than what a bank would offer you, but
Hmm.
for you, it's an advantage because if you're gonna flip or use that money quickly, you can get in and you can get out. They can close much faster than regular mortgages. So as long as you kind of know what you're doing, you can get that money, close on the property, fix it up, either sell it or refinance it.
You got it. Well, you got to know what you're doing with them because they won't even let you buy unless you know. And they're going to be a secondized opinion for you. So you'll be good with that if you were to use hard money. So it sounds like you got that down. If you use hard money to get in it, you will have to refinance it if you want to keep it. Now, were you thinking refinancing them with private people, or you thinking not even get? I'm just trying to get on your.
Mhm.
What are you thinking on that?
Well, I haven't used it, so I hadn't, like, thought about exit strategies. So my plan would have been just to refinance it with a bank.
Traditional.
Yeah, but had enough equity that it
You
was
still got
still
to have a down payment. I mean, you
yeah.
got to have a down payment with these fools, man. They ain't. So it sounds like to me your best bet is going to be creative financing,
Okay.
but sometimes creative financing, you know, payment may be a little high. It all depends. But the thing is, you getting into the property with no bank qualifying,
Okay.
zero. That's going to be subject to, and you're looking to do more long term holds. I don't even wouldn't be even be mad. I believe that there is some affordable housing in Williamsburg.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, I know it is. It's just how much of it is it? You know,
Yeah, I I
but
don't
you never even looked.
so I have looked in different areas of Williamsburg, but it
Mhm.
just doesn't seem I don't know how to look for it. Like, I can drive through an area and then say this is probably affordable housing, but
Mhm.
I don't know how to identify,
Identify.
yeah, this is the section.
This is my wife. One second.
Oh,
Miss Haskins. Oh no. Yeah, what's wrong with her? Stomach hurt? Nope. All right, I gotta finish this quick consultation and I'll go get her. All right, bye. Yeah, I love you too.
You gotta pick up from school?
Sick baby.
Oh, sorry.
We
I know
good. She
it
good.
is.
Huh?
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Okay, sick baby. That's cool. So yeah, Williamsburg. I just don't know if the density is there. I don't think it's. I mean, obviously you can do Williamsburg, but is it the best place for you to kind of?
Probably not. That's why I was looking maybe on South Side a little bit more.
Yeah, it's a lot more over there. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's everywhere. Shit, Hampton, Newport News.
Mhm.
I would hate to see that pretty smile go downtown, but you can. I mean, you can
I
go
can go
downtown.
anywhere. What you mean?
I'm just are you cool? Because I can't do downtown. Like they just they rip me to shreds when I go down there with a partner. I got a guy I go with, but I'm not able to.
Oh,
I can't make it work for me. But
oh,
if you feel like you can, then that's cool too. All right, so private money. Do you have a network of people? So for us, we raise money all the time. People have money coming in, going out.
hmm.
We got checks here. Is that something you want to look at, or do you feel comfortable with that at all?
I would. I mean, I lend as private money, so
So
I've
you're
done.
already a loan lender.
Mhm.
Sweet.
So I've done that. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I have a lot of friends and family I could ask money, but I'm one of those people who I like to actually have it together and have a reason to ask them
Hmm.
for it, not just I'm exploring
What
real
you
estate.
mean? You're
Huh?
not exploring. You bought the house. You got the
I know.
first.
I know. I know.
You
I
did it, man. You did it. You got the deed.
know.
That's it. May feel small to you. I promise you, yo. It's
Yeah.
7%. Do your own research. 7% of Americans own rental property.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
7. All right. So you doing good. So when you say raise, what do you mean you want to have it all together? Because we never have it all together.
Like I could say, okay, this is the property that I want to purchase, and this is why I'm asking you for the money.
I got you. So you want to have a deal before you go to them.
Yeah.
That could be cool. I just think, yeah, I guess you could. So the main thing we need is leads here. I mean, the only thing you really like is just leads. And now waiting to get a deal, I would still want to just kind of make your friends and family aware of what you're doing. Do they know?
Quite a few of them. Yes. They know. Um, None of them have, like, said, "Hey, can I help you out? If you need money, let me know," but they know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that very rarely happens, but it does happen. You can always say, "Hey, do you know anybody that's interested?" But you have that one rental property.
Mhm.
Once again, I mean, if I were you, I would just like we're always just raising money. So now we don't even raise it; the internet raises it for us. It's like
Mhm.
all the social media and all that stuff. It just comes in on autopilot now. But for you, the more you flap your lips,
Okay.
aunts, uncles, friends, family, and what are you? What industry are you in? Do you? I don't see you currently working.
Yes, I work.
Okay, so people in your job and stuff.
Mhm.
I don't know the relationships you got there, but that would be the first place I would start.
Okay.
First place into your Rolodex. Hey, I'm opening up my little business. I'm opening up my business for private investors. So you already kind of know how it works. So the deal about money, you got a deed of trust and promissory note and all that stuff. You did it like that, or how did you do it?
Yes. Promissory note.
So you good on that. You know how to do that. You ahead of it, man. You.
I spent some time on YouTube.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. So the only thing I really see here is Jennifer leads, man.
Okay.
Now tell me about you said you got short term rentals too. How do you want to deploy that regarding and fit it into?
So,
Okay,
okay.
that's not her. She everybody can wait by her. Okay,
So, yeah, so I mean, I utilize them, and there's no reason why I shouldn't have one.
you stay
I
in
would
them.
say again?
You said you stay in them when you go out.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
really like to stay in hotels unless
gotcha.
so I was really looking in Outer Banks, like the Panhandle in Florida. It's just I I just can't keep coming up with down payments every time, so I figured locally, I could figure out how that works and then figure out how to expand to different states. And again, I would self-manage because
Right.
if I figured it out already, I don't need to pay someone 25%.
Gotcha. Well, if you do it yourself, it's just not scalable. That's all.
Mhm.
So you're in a different boat than usually, generally speaking, the people I deal with, they're looking for cash flow. Right.
Okay.
So we do Airbnb, right? But we don't even buy them. I just set them all up and rent
You
them from a
arbitrage it.
landlord.
Okay.
Hmm?
You arbitrage it. You lease, you get the lease, and then you do it. Okay.
But you don't see, I guess you're in a different category because you're looking for equity buildup,
Right.
which you won't get any of that if you arbitrage,
Right.
right? So man, hmm, you gotta think about that one. And you like short-term rentals because of more cash flow or what?
I like diversification. So depending on how the world, I mean, the world is very different now than it was even 2 years ago. So I would wanna have, okay, if something happens and we need cash flow, I know these assets are bringing in cash flow. If I just want to increase my family's wealth, okay, this is why I have this block.
Gotcha.
Eventually, if I could own multiple apartment buildings, okay, this is long term, it's in the trust, the children will acquire it, and I will teach them how to run it.
I gotcha. If they want to do it, hopefully they will, right?
Oh, they like money, they will.
I said the same thing to my daughter. She don't want to do it.
Well,
So
not
you, hmm?
not yet, maybe in the future.
Maybe. So, one train of thought is like for me, what I did as opposed to acquiring more, like always looking for more and more and more,
Mhm.
I started increasing my cash flow and paid down my current ones. So you can always arbitrage it and pay down the first one you have. That is an option. But if you're looking for other properties to buy, you're gonna have to deploy creative financing because short-term rentals is gonna be it runs on, it's kind of like apps run on the internet. Short-term rentals it's going to run on you owning the property if you're looking to do wealth creation.
Okay.
And it can be challenging. I'm not even going to lie, because I knew I didn't want to deal with the banks. That was like it wasn't even on my radar. And it sounds like you're the same way.
Yeah, not if I don't have to.
Yeah, I'm like, forget the banks, man. I went to the bank the other
Too many
day.
questions. Mhm.
Huh?
They ask too many questions.
I went the other day, dog.
Mhm.
I went in the middle of the day. They closed. Closed. I see this big sign that says we have now closing from 1 to 2. I'm like, what if I gotta buy a house? I couldn't even get a cashier's check. So
Not until after 2.
not to have to two. And auctions at 1:30, right? So all right. So short-term rentals, only way I see that, because you're not gonna arbitrage them, right? You're not necessarily looking for cash flow.
Yeah, I guess how much how much is involved with arbitraging? Because then I know I'm committing for a lease for whatever term, and
Yeah.
then I have to convert it, but I'll have to make sure that that location and that landlord are okay with me arbitraging, right? I can't be covert and do it.
Mm-mm. Let
Neighbor's
them know.
gonna
Let them
snitch,
know.
yeah.
I'm telling you, man, these landlords, because somebody approached me with this, and you can actually buy equity with this too. Let me tell you what we're doing now.
Mhm.
Somebody approached me, had a house, needed some work. They
Okay.
didn't want to sell it. So I'm like, look, I'll do the reno.
Mhm.
I'll stage it. I'll do everything. I'll make your mortgage payment in exchange for a piece of the equity over time. So there's all different ways you can put this thing together, Jennifer. You just gotta.
Be
I
creative.
I really feel like doing partnerships is like working out. Gotta
Mhm.
exercise that muscle. And the more you do, the more you see different values you can bring to people.
Okay.
So that's a possibility. So we're paying for the reno, new central heating and air, paying for all that stuff. And then they're gonna give us a piece of the equity. But I'm not saying you have to do that.
Mhm.
But if you're looking for equity, which is huge, thank God you're in a different stage than most.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to own the asset, man. But when you do Airbnb arbitrage, you're the first person that comes up on the chopping block to buy it,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Sometimes real estate, and this is not necessarily the best time to buy anyway.
Right.
Just over the whole market is just sick.
It's high.
Yeah. So what's the list? So we got short-term rentals. Yeah, the only thing with that is if you want to own them, you have to.
You gotta pay. Okay. Well, some type of down payment.
Well, I don't want to necessarily say down payment. I don't want to get your mind out of that. Just creative
Mhm.
financing. I mean, it could be somebody $1,000. I mean, when we buy sub two, it could be small, it could be big. When you buy subject to, sometimes there is a little bit of equity, and sometimes there's no equity. So it's not necessarily a down payment. It's just money that you need to do the deal,
Okay.
and you're going to get leads from Brian all across the board. No equity, high equity, middle equity, ugly, pretty, all that stuff. But you're gonna have to set up a website too, though, because the internet drives the traffic to the website. The website, they put the information in, they send you an email. You want to see what ours looks like?
Yeah. Let me see it.
Yeah. So a share screen. Go there. It's basic. They're all the same. It's just a carrot site,
Mhm.
phone number right there. What I'm finding out is that my elders,
Mhm.
they do not like filling in information.
Mm.
They don't like I information in on nobody's website, right? Because they're all they
Yeah,
wanna
scams. So
they
they
just
talk to
yeah.
somebody.
So the phone number's there, sell your house, you come down. You can put to get your cash off of there. Just the house that we did. Testimonial. There's a lady that bought our property. You can listen to tell you how nice it was, how fun it was doing business with us. BBB. Some more testimonials down here. Now you can get testimonials. I'm sure you have people that love you. It doesn't have to be somebody that you did business with. It could be the realtor that you were working with over there. Do you have a testimonial from the realtor?
No. I mean, he said, "Thank you." I mean, that was it. I didn't ask him for anything else.
Yeah, get that testimonial. Say, hey, what is his name? Him or her? I don't know.
Toby is him here.
Toby. They Toby,
Huh?
would you mind giving me a testimonial for us doing business together? You showed up. You did exactly. You,
Yeah.
Jennifer, you did exactly what you're supposed to do. You wrote the contract. You bought the house. You paid his commission. You closed on it. You got insurance, tax, all that stuff.
Okay.
So I always say, give me, um, keep. That's just a tip for the day. Always get a testimonial from people you do business with.
Okay.
Always, and then you can put that on the website, and it creates instant credibility, yo. I can't tell you. Somebody saying, Jennifer's great. We love her, man. She did everything she said. She got the financing, paid the down payment, closed it out. And you can stick that up here.
Okay.
All right. I think the main thing for you, Jennifer, is just leads, man.
And then use PropStream to figure out which ones are good, which ones aren't.
Well, the main what with sub two and buying creative financing is really depending on how if you can cash flow it
Okay.
because you're looking for principal pay down.
Mhm.
So your cash flow needs, I'm so happy for you. You don't understand how excited I am about the fact that you're not strapped for cash and you can
Mhm.
go deploy other strategies. So you can look at leads, woo, 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 they come in. No, 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 no. You don't even need any equity right now, Jennifer, which is great because you're going to pay it down. Say, for instance, somebody that needs cash flow
Mhm.
versus a person that just is looking for equity creation. I mean, a wealth creation.
Mhm.
The cash flow person can't buy properties unless they're deep discount.
Right.
So you can buy with no equity as long as the monthly payment is good.
Right.
That is, I'm telling you, that's
Pay it
huge.
off.
That's huge for you. It's good for you. That's where I'm at. I'm like, man, just get the assets. Shoot some
Right.
money working. And it looks like you got money for down payment. Well, I don't want to say down payment. You got some money to give the seller,
Yes.
so they're ready. And you got a self-directed. I'm happy for you. Who's your custodian?
Fidelity.
So we need to make sure we are using the right custodian. I don't think Fidelity allows true self-directed, but you might want to verify.
Okay.
So can your IRA own real estate?
I believe when I set it up, it could, but I know
Okay.
there's a couple of other companies that also that do just self-directed IRAs, and maybe they're a little bit easier to work with because that's all they do versus dealing with whoever answers the 800 number.
Well, I've tried to work with Fidelity several times. Lord knows I have. I
Okay.
haven't been able to work with them, but that's not to say that that's been years since I've tried to establish that.
Mhm.
They may have changed over time. So we use Equity Trust Company.
I
And
think I've heard of them. Yeah.
they're like the oldest game in town. They were the only game when I started. It was nobody else.
Okay.
I'll send you a link to that too
Okay.
when I email you all this stuff. And you already understand sub two,
Mhm.
so you know what you're doing. You're just taking over somebody's payments.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
helping them out of their
yeah.
situation.
There you go. So you have to get training. Do you have the? Have you been trained on the words and how to negotiate that yet?
No, but I did see your, I think you had a YouTube where it's like negotiation is like number 5 or something like that. I was gonna listen to that today.
There you go. You
Listen to that.
gotta.
And
Yeah.
then I know you also have like a packet, like a packet of information, so I was gonna order that. Now
Yeah.
you did have a coupon code in one of your old YouTubes that you apparently made expire, but we can talk about that offline.
It's
Mhm.
just for the day. I do those for people that show up, man. But you have the one number 5, but then you can have the whole. Even if you want the whole negotiating audio, it's 11 of them. You got to
11?
become a master. You got to become a
Okay.
master at talking to people. You can't go in there and say, "Oh, buy your house subject to," right?
Because they don't know. Yeah, it doesn't.
Then you don't want to explain sub to. Well,
Mm-mm.
do
Mm.
this.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll email you that. Hold on. I'll email you the link for the negotiating audio. Focused and dedicated. You serious, man? You right straight to the point. Now, did your husband work with you on this stuff? I know you mentioned his name. Oh, we mentioned him.
No, so we're very different people. My husband's just like, all right, and that's it. Just do it. I said, okay, I'll
This
let you.
sound like my wife. So you do all this management on the real estate side.
Correct.
Cool.
We're
You
very,
stay out your way then.
I'm very numbers and like procedural. He's very, he can look at something and he knows people. He can get a vibe and he can see people and he can see um like where things should be, what it should look like. And I can
Gotcha.
do the numbers part. So we work
All
together well as a team.
right. So wholesalers. Now there are some wholesalers, and obviously in Hampton Roads,
Mhm.
they're gonna extract a lot of the value out of the properties that you're looking for. But you said the process. Are you nervous about getting it under contract with a wholesaler, or tell me what you're thinking with that?
I think I think I have like a fear. So when I'm working with a realtor, I feel that a lot of things are disclosed, right? With a wholesaler, they just acquired a property. They don't have any intention to do anything else besides sell that property. So, can I just go in and be like, wait a minute, these pipes are all lead, or like all those types of things? And I just feel like that process isn't as well defined as what I've experienced in the past. So that's why I'm a little bit wary. I know there's probably great deals, and I don't have an issue with somebody making money because they've done some work, right? So they found it, they got it under contract, and then they have to market it. So I'm fine with everyone able to get a piece, but I just don't want to get screwed and left holding something that needs to be a tear down.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, yeah, there is no. You can always get a home inspector to go through any house you want.
Okay.
If that's something you want to do, give your house, get the house under contract. But I wouldn't worry about wholesalers. I mean, all they can do is sell you the contract. But yes, you do have to do a lot more research on these properties, title search, and all that before you buy, because all the burden's on you.
Right.
But this is the world you wanted to live in and play in, right?
Because the reward could be there, right?
It can, it can. But so yeah, you're gonna unfortunately, man. It just once again getting in reps, get them
Mhm.
reps in, making offers with wholesalers. Best way to find them, Facebook. They're always got stuff, and you can even do a search. Tell your realtor they can do a search on the internet to see if there are contracts. They can list contracts on the MLS as well
Oh, okay.
for sale. You sure can. I've done it several times. But I wouldn't necessarily worry about that. Only thing you got to really worry about on dealing interfacing with wholesalers is you have to do your research on whether it's occupied and all the work. Because once you're in it, that's done, man. Nothing
Okay.
else. Ain't nobody. You're the one that's at fault for everything.
Okay.
So it sounds like we don't even want to push you to pre foreclosures because if dealing with wholesalers it gets you screaming. Foreclosure is gonna, man, you're gonna be good
I thought
Lord.
those would be great deals though, to get somebody out of it. But you're saying all the stuff that's the back end that hasn't been, whether they got liens and all this stuff, whether or not I'm able. Okay.
You don't know you can tire search, but you don't know what work. You can't even get inside. We have to buy in without going inside. I
Oh,
mean, if
no,
you're
no,
dealing with a wholesaler, at least you get to get inside.
no. I think I'll just pass on that one. I
Yeah,
don't think I'm at that I'm not that level yet. Maybe when I have people. When I got people, then maybe I can do that.
I got you.
But right now, it's just me.
Well, they all need it. Every house needs some work, man. So okay, so I got here. I'm gonna send you my Geek Squad's info. I'm gonna send you Carrot to get your website set up. You're gonna have to have a website if you want to run leads.
Okay.
Oh, you got that. No, that's your cities. I got your cities. You want to focus on sub two? I'll
Mhm.
email you a couple of videos on that. I'm working on a sub two course now, so you'll have it all.
Okay.
Equity, my title, my self-directed Roth IRA roundup. Am I missing anything to give her? Email link to my negotiating audio. That's it. Your main thing is just leads, getting the phone ringing. We have 2 Geek Squads we use, okay?
Okay.
One is a little more than the other. One is instant. That's where you just pay to have your. The other one is going to take a little time. It's search engine optimization, where it starts going. You have to like put all the keywords out, and Google starts to rank your website. But either way, we have to get you a website. All right, if you want to. I mean, this is just like having PropStream.
Mhm.
Having a website is just a non-negotiable.
Okay. Is it just
If
one page? That's it?
no one buy,
I don't have any properties to sell them, so it's just
well,
it
right now you're buying.
yeah. Okay. So
What
it's
you
just
mean to sell?
on yours, I saw a property. Was that something that you sold to somebody?
Let me see. What was it? Oh, that was the house we bought.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
you can go take the picture of the one you bought. Like, yeah, I bought that one. You got pictures
Of
inside
the
and
house
out, right?
yeah, the house that I just bought, yeah.
Yeah, man, that
Okay.
stuff works. Yeah, you could just put it right on there. These are the type of houses we buy. But having a website is one piece, but you got to drive that traffic to it. You got to keep continually be driving traffic.
Okay.
Vince says you can go to Fiverr and find a marketing company. I have never tried that, but that's a good idea. Thanks, Vince. You can try that. Bandit signs do work. I don't know if you want to do that. Full price for your house. I wasn't going to necessarily recommend that, but you can. You can do
Yeah.
that. It takes a lot of effort.
Thanks, Vince. Wait. Bandit sides are just the ones that I see that I'm driving by and it says, "We buy your house. Call this number."
Yeah. But
Okay.
we use the ones that would say full, in my research and from doing this, full price for your house pulls way better than we buy houses. Everybody wants full price for your, like full
But they
price for
don't know
your.
what the full price is, so got it. Okay.
No, they don't know.
All
They're
right.
like, Jennifer, you can pay full price. Yep, I
Yep,
sure
yep,
will.
I will.
Take
$5.
over your payments and pay you full price. Right? What you gotta, you can't just
You gotta
walk
do
in there.
yes. Yes. You hear what their needs are and you figure out how to meet their
Yeah,
needs.
there you go. So yes, we do pay full price, but not
Mhm.
cash. Then with everybody thinking in their mind, you need
Cash.
cash, and I'm going down the street. So, but yeah, for a full price for your house works way better from my experience. I've tried all the signs better than we buy houses.
Okay.
They all work, but it's a numbers game. We gotta have a lot of them. I'll send you a link to my guy that makes the sign. He's in Maryland,
Okay.
so you have money for your budget. Oh, the other one is a search engine optimization. That's where they're gonna rank your website where people are searching for Google, and that retargeting stuff there is once they it's so crazy. Once they click on your website, you can just follow them around on Instagram and Facebook. It's just sick. Sick dude called me yesterday. He said, man, I've been seeing you all on Facebook.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
I don't even run Facebook ads, but I do that retargeting. So they'll see you. They'll see you in the thing
Okay.
after that. So now, no, awesome advice about the website. It makes you credible when you're shopping for money. That's true too. That is not
Oh,
no. Thank you
okay.
for that. Yeah,
Thank you.
when you're looking for money, Jennifer,
Uh-huh.
it is good to have a site. I
Okay.
didn't even think about that. And I know, yeah, you're right. When you go to your coworkers or somebody, I'm going to borrow 100,000 or whatever you're going to do.
Mhm.
You just got to have a site, man.
Okay.
And it ain't like it's a big deal. It's all built out. All you do is click and add the pictures, and all the text and stuff comes with it already.
Okay.
I do want to ask you. You didn't put it here.
What?
Who said this, Vince? They have companies and people. Yeah, specialized.
Mhm.
Tell me about your social media presence and digital footprint.
I have accounts. Most of them are professional accounts, so I don't ever tweet. I
Professional accounts. What do you mean?
they're not like I do it about my job. I don't do it about like my life, my personal life or any
About your
other like
job.
yeah, I don't have like I don't have one that's for like real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just started. I told you I just got my first, well, my property in December. It's February.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you okay. So you have to implement real estate content on your social media.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you're out there.
Yes. But I do have like Twitter, I guess Insta. I don't have Snap World or whatever it's called.
You
And
don't need that stuff. Have something, right?
yeah, and I guess for my website, I'd have to put the links to those too, right? If someone wanted. People don't do that, do they? Do they tweet or message people? I don't think so. I don't even know. I don't know.
You can have a extra little thing at the bottom of the website, like "Talk to me now." Hit the button, and it'll go. You can speak right to them, but most people aren't.
Okay.
Most people selling a property don't want that hand-to-hand combat that quick. They want a small step.
Okay. Maybe just by email. Okay.
Email or putting information in, or like listening. Like we have another 800 number where they can just hear how we do business.
Oh, okay.
So are you like in your job? I don't want to blow you up. Is that like a private thing?
What does that mean?
Is your
Like,
job private? You don't share?
probably not online.
Gotcha. All
Yeah.
right. So we
I'll
have
say
to.
it afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to. I was in a training this weekend. We have to change the narrative about you. Period.
What you mean?
So you are now known as like I used to be. You see this? I used to be like the music guy,
Okay.
recording studio, working with Pharrell, Teddy, all these dudes, music, all that. That was my thing. I had to
Okay.
change the narrative about myself to now I'm the real estate guy. So nobody even knows that I was in the music business. They don't even know.
Okay.
So for you, just the narrative with the stuff you talk about, that narrative, now your life is about finances, real estate, rental properties, tenants,
Okay.
right? About that stuff. So we just have to change what images you're putting out there to the universe. Because if you don't have a footprint on the
Mhm.
internet will create one for you, and we want you to be in charge of it.
Okay. That sounds good.
So now, are you? Oh snap! Are you good camera? Now regarding content, are you good with camera, audio, or text? Which one do you think will be best for you?
Do you mean about me making content?
Yes,
Probably camera and audio.
camera. So we got video, we got YouTube and YouTube and podcast.
Okay.
I cannot tell you how powerful this thing is. I mean, no doubt this has brought us here together. Content has probably brought us together here today.
Yeah, it
I
definitely
bought
did.
house. I mean, we buy houses doing this stuff. People say, "Yeah, I saw you buying a house. You want to buy my house?" So I don't want to downplay social media how powerful. And not only that, people will loan you money based on your
Your
being
foot.
verified on the internet.
Okay.
Right. So we get lenders all the time based on just the credibility of the internet presence. But we'll get you there though. You're just only 2 months in.
I know, but I wish I was further ahead. I'm one of those gunners, always want more.
I ain't mad at you.
Okay.
But let me tell you, I haven't met anybody yet, just so I can frame this up, that says, I wish I wasn't as far as I am.
Right.
Okay.
I know, I guess. You're right.
I'm just trying to give you a little bit I feel like I gotta let a little bit of steam out.
Yeah.
Never have I met somebody that says, dude, I'm just so far in life, man. Golly, okay.
All right.
All right, we gotta get some of the steam out. Vernon says, should I make a website even if I'm not there yet? Am I subject to? Yes, you need a website, Vernon. You got to have a website, man. And it only costs like $60. Or you can build your own, which I wouldn't do that. So website. All it is carrot. I mean, it's nothing magical. They are people that build websites for real estate investors like you and me.
Okay.
They build them. It's just a template. Stick your name on it. Drive traffic to it. So every time you're posting, drive traffic. You want to sell your house? Boom, right there. Well, Ben says you can go somebody can build you one on Fiverr.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I want to do.
Well, not built on it, but maybe help me with content or
they could.
things like
Yeah,
that.
there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah. All right, I got my to-do list here. What else we got? Your thing was pretty cut and dry on your questionnaire.
Well, I guess you asked the right questions, right?
Well, I want you to. I have here. You need to call Fidelity and ask them. Well, you already know how to do loans and stuff, so can you loan money out of it, Fidelity?
Yeah, I can borrow money from that.
Now, I didn't say borrow. Can you loan money out of it? So, for instance,
Oh,
let me show you this.
so
I
I
got a
can
check.
I can take 401k loans, and I should be able to take a loan on that IRA also.
All right. So let's get you out of the traditional. Let's get you out
Okay.
of the traditional IRA thing, right? So this is a check sitting here, right there. My IRA loan money came out, money comes back in. There ain't no loan. So it actually is the lender. So
Got
it's
it.
not like you're borrowing against it and loaning it out. So it is the lender. So it
So it technically owns the property, and so that property is in the IRA.
in the IRA. That's one way. Let's stay there. Let's say there are a couple ways we'll do real quick because you still got time.
Okay.
The IRA is just a big bucket of money. Let's say, wow, your
Mhm.
IRA is this big bucket, right? The IRA can loan money to other people,
Okay.
right? So we loan
Mhm.
money to car dealers, we loan money to real estate investors, we loan money to appliance companies. The IRA can buy real estate
Mhm.
where the rents come
Coming
in.
back
Boom.
to.
Every month, boom, we have tenants to
Mhm.
pay rent. They give me a money order. I forward the money order over to the equity trust company. You can partner with it. They
Okay.
call it, I don't want to call it, it's called co-investing. So you can say you got 30,000 and you want to put 30, you both buy a house for 60. That way, if the rent's 1,000, you take 5, the IRA take 5. You can do that stuff. You can borrow from other people's, not the IRA itself, but you can convert other people's traditional IRAs and borrow from them. That's where the real money is.
Okay.
All right. So if somebody has a traditional IRA, you can convert them over and then they can loan you the money at a high rate of return. I got several of those. And the best thing about those, Jennifer, they
Mhm.
never want the money back because they can't spend it.
Right.
They can't
Right.
spend
So
it. It
keep
has to stay.
going.
It
Keep
goes,
going. Yeah.
keys go back, and they just want you to keep it working. So I have a thing, right? I have a spreadsheet online where they can go check. Say it's Joe Blow IRA.
Mhm.
Say you loan me 100,000. I move the money over. I'll say this is the house we're working on. We use 60,000 of your money. We bought it on this day, so
Mhm.
we're starting to accrue interest 6-7% on this day.
Mhm.
So as long as you use the money, then we sold the house. I send them another. I go to the Google spreadsheet. I say, look, we sold the house. Now we're holding the money to the next property, to the next deal.
Okay.
All right. So you can be a beast. You probably got people, coworkers that got IRAs or whatever. You can probably convert it over. Now, all this is a lot. I don't want you to deploy all this stuff at once, but
Right.
just kind of get your head open a little bit.
Right.
Now, do you think you can do when you go to Fidelity? They're already working your money, right?
Mhm.
So with truly self-directed Roth IRAs, there is no fund manager. You
Okay.
with me?
Okay. Yeah.
Who's the fund manager?
Me.
You are.
Truly, yeah, self-directed. Yeah.
True. Yep. So ain't no. There is no. You got to buy your own stocks. You got like we got Bitcoin. You can get your IRA will have the digital wallet.
Mhm.
So you direct all that stuff like buying Bitcoin, buying options, buying stocks, buying real estate, whatever it is you want to buy. You are in charge of that.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure we talk about that because some people think that once they convert it over, then they're like they got this manager that they call and he's going to recommend picks.
Sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sitting there until they work it.
I like it because there's a fee. Like I pay like $2,000 a year
Mhm.
just to hold the money, right?
Right.
$2,000 I'm paying. I got to pay these fees. It makes you taxation because every year, whack, got these fees. Boom, boom. Then if you
Gotta
don't
do
use it,
something to make it up. Yeah.
there you go. It almost forces you to use it.
Right. Okay.
Right. So, all right. So we're going to call Fidelity. You got that down? Call Fidelity and ask them, is it truly self-directed Roth IRA? Can it
Mhm.
buy real estate? Can it create notes? So my IRA creates the promissory note just like you did with the other
Mhm.
person.
Mhm.
The IRA will have a note with that person.
Okay.
All right. All right. Any other questions you got? It's your time.
No, I got a list of things to do, and I'm going to get an email from you with making sure I didn't forget something, and then need to get on it.
All right. And if you want, I have a little inner circle. If you want to join that, you can shoot me emails and stuff, and I'm more than happy to help you. I'd love to see my lady. We need more of the ladies in the business.
We're here. We're infiltrating, and we're going to get it done.
I'm glad. All right. Jennifer, it was nice to meet you. Let me go get this kid.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you too.
Okay. See you guys.
Take care. Bye.